What is up, everybody, and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. I have a bit of an issue with the Stan community. No, actually, I strongly dislike them with a passion. Oh, it runs so deep. You see, for some reason, you can't say anything mean about the Stan community. That is, if you are a content creator who is around 19-ish or older. The response usually goes a little bit like this. You are attacking a literal minor. Though, I actually get a pass because I'm part of that age group where you find the most stans. Now, there are a surprising amount of you out there who have no clue what a stan is. I'm so sorry, but I have to explain. You are going to wish that you were clueless to this clear issue. Now, a lot of people say that the word stan originates from Eminem's use of the word, which indicates that it means stalker, fan. So you can see not the best connotation so far. But really though, I wouldn't call most stans these days stalkers. More like huge super fans who take their fandom to another level. Their online username might be a play on that influencer's name. Their profile picture is a picture of that influencer, and the fan art is, well, varying to say the least. You have some rather harmless stuff always done in this cute anime type way, but then, well, you have some pretty messed up stuff for 16-year-olds to be drawing, let alone seeing. Before we move on to the meat of the video, I should explain that I don't think all stans are bad. That would be dumb. Though the community is incredibly toxic, and if you oppose it, well, you're done. For so many of these kids my age, they get locked into this unhealthy obsession with someone they'll never meet and doesn't even know of their existence. Stans are bad. The concept of stans is still actually rather new to me. I was surprised to learn that Minecraft YouTuber Dream had one of the most prominent stan armies. As a matter of fact, he heavily endorses them in a way that I can only describe as creepy. For instance, his Twitter bio reads Dream Stan Supremacy. Yeah. Psh, nah, it doesn't sound cult-like at all. No, what? Cult-like? Come on. No. Here is what a stan army does for a creator. It gives them an army to not only protect them, but attack others. He could make a mistake, and it's probable his army will back him up. They'll say, well, yeah, maybe it was a mistake, but he's such a good person. Or they're just going to outright say he's a good person. He also may not like what someone says and can send an army upon that person. As an example, YouTuber and streamer Josh voiced his concerns with the stan community. And out of nowhere, Dream responds with, "You're an idiot." You should keep in mind that Josh is a rather small content creator with a few 100,000 subscribers and an average 1,000 to 2,000 viewers on his stream. Dream, on the other hand, has tens of millions of subscribers, and if he streams, you're going to expect a few 100,000 people watching. Again, I have to make it clear here, stans are manipulated, and it's the creator's job to turn them away. They use them for gain. No sane person would allow a complete stranger to completely obsess over them and make their entire online presence about them. Now, I gave you the very tip of the iceberg with that situation, but it goes a lot deeper. There's too much to cover in this video, but BoBlax made a great video on the situation, and I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. Dream ended up providing his own definition of stans, which is way too friendly. He says, stans: a group of people trying to meet other people with similar interests while expressing this interest through shared morals, love, and creativity. Come on, man. I'd say stans: a group of people trying to feel accepted by other people with similar obsessions, expressing these obsessions through shared political beliefs, false love, and unhealthy creativity. You know, I don't believe fan art is a bad thing. Regular fans can and should do it if they please. Though a lot of members in the stan community, like 14-year-old white girls, have no problem with two of their favorite clearly straight male creators kissing. They are creating these incredibly unhealthy relationships with these creators. I'm not saying they even enjoy the content, many do though, but if it's still so prevalent, this sexualization of creators, it's clear members of the community have no problem with it. Dream has the ability to put an end to it, yet he doesn't. With such a young audience, it's your moral obligation to shield that from your viewers. It would take a simple tweet, and his entire community would be against it. Before we move on from the Dream stands, you should note that Dream has a big Minecraft server where other content creators make content on. Dream's stand glass is so full that many of them flood out to the other content creators as well. For instance, one of my favorite creators on the server, Tommy Innit, who sadly endorses fans, has shown clear discomfort with them. Take a look.
I speak for me and Turbo and everything. All this, I've not been on Twitter very much over the past week, and it has been great. But boys, any of this not safe for work, like sex-related fanfic, whatever that is on the Wattpad or on Twitter, I am not comfortable with that, and I do not endorse it. I just thought I'd have to say. I thought it would have been obvious because I'm a child, but I thought I'd just let you all know. Because I haven't ever formally said.
Yeah, sexualizing a minor. Now, many stans were against this, but they play into it. They say sexualizing a minor is wrong. Yeah, so is sexualizing any creator whose fan base consists of mostly 13 to 17-year-olds. Dream is okay with it. Why? Seriously, does he not see his fan base? And you might say, well, they can make the decision. No, they've been manipulated. Some are too far gone, but get the others out. This is not okay. Here's another example of one of Dream's friends uncomfortable with his very invasive stans.
So, I want to say, right, Dream stans, or just stans of Dream or whoever who are in my email inbox, I like Dream. Stop. Why did everyone think I'm against him? Like, it's crazy. I don't know what I did, but everyone thinks I'm against Dream, right? And I want to say I don't. I hang out with Dream. I chat with him. He's a lovely guy. Can you, like, can you please stop bullying me? I got one today that was like someone telling me that someone saying that like Dream's new song is better than yours. And I was like, okay, like Dream showed me the song. Me and Dream listened to the song together, but please. And I'm not just saying that out of fear, because I'm not actually scared of you. I just genuinely like Dream, and I watch all his videos.
You know, I've lost too many brain cells at this point. I gotta move on. I'm sorry. As much as I wish I could be done with Dream, I'm not. Though, this isn't just about him. Lots of this fan art I believe to be unhealthy. It looks weird, and a lot of the time, the reason for doing it has to relate to obsession. I can agree that there's some really great fan art out there, but sadly, a lot of the time, it plays into stan culture. We start heading down this dark path of fan art, and things quickly get very, very gross. I hate to do this, but take a look. All of this is YouTube friendly, not necessarily family friendly in my opinion, but don't worry, I'll make sure just to give you a small glimpse. Gosh dang, bro. And by fan art, you probably think of hand-drawn, literal art. But fan art also has to do with things like fan fiction that has these gross fantasies about these creators. Fan art from the surface is okay, but it quickly does turn into something a lot worse. I'll keep this short because I hate anything regarding me, politics, and social media in the same place. But with the majority of stans, they all float around the same political ideals. This goes from Korean pop stans, K-pop stans, to Dream stans, to Ariana Grande stans. Sure, some of the stan armies fall on the other side of the political spectrum, but it's a lot more rare and just frequently not seen as much. Those armies also aren't as big. My biggest problem is that they will refuse the slightest thought of civil conversation, and you are attacked for showing any other belief. For instance, a few months back, I remember that a rumor went afloat that Emma Chamberlain was a registered Republican. Her own stance, that to my knowledge she doesn't endorse, turned against her. Yeah, against her. I highly doubt she's a Republican. I watch her and I would be thoroughly surprised. But simply because of that, she was flamed. It's okay to be on the right, believe it or not. The same goes for the left. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, even communist China. People have different beliefs. You don't have to agree with it, but just because their view is different to yours doesn't make you any better of a person than them. From a distance, stans may not seem so bad, and actually, they aren't. Though as a group, they're terrible. It's an incredibly toxic community that I honestly feel so bad for. I can say though, I do think most stans are pretty stupid, dumb idiots. As a fellow teenager, I can say, get a grip on yourself. You're not an adult, sure, but this behavior is incredibly immature. It's embarrassing. Stans make me want to throw up because I can't believe how insane my generation is. It's sickening. Everyone wants to say that we're the generation who's gonna change the world. Please. Take a look at a 16-year-old white girl's Instagram story reposting something thinking she's an activist, yet she does nothing about it. Or how about the 16-year-old boy who reposts pictures of Summer Rae? This generation thinks they're way smarter than they actually are. Look at me. I get to be a part of it. Woo! Before I leave you, I have one recommendation, and honestly, it's basically a demand. Please don't ever make a Twitter account. It is not worth it. Don't ever go on Twitter. I can't believe I made that mistake. You will regret it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I gotta go take a nap. Yeah, goodbye guys.